أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
This is a time where we, the Muslim community, but even the larger community, our larger Canadian family, we're all hurting with this atrocious and horrific attack that took place in London against a family that was walking, just doing what they could in this time, in this difficult time of COVID-19, and 4 of them were mowed down with a man that had hatred in his heart. 4 of them were killed, and we have 1 young man, 9 years old, who has been orphaned. So we're trying to get together today to give everybody a chance, the Muslim community as well as the non-Muslim community, get together, share in our grief, help heal ourselves.
So yes, this is a moment of grief, but we are dealing with it with patience. And know that we are being rewarded for this patience. Know that we will be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this patience. Another emotion that we feel, rightfully so, is a little bit of fear. That this isn't the Canada that I know. This is my home. This is where I was born. This is where I grew up. I'm not used to feeling this much hatred. I'm not used to seeing this much hatred. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us a believer is someone of strength, that even in the most impossible situations, we will always turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
This is a moment of extreme grief. It's a moment of sadness. It's a moment of difficulty. And this is definitely a negative moment within our history, Canadian history. This is going to be remembered. But we can make it something positive. We can make something positive out of this. I mean, this moment can pass, we can all be in our grief, and we can try to heal together. But, so it can pass just like that. Or we can make something of this. We can bring some action out of this, right? So if this pushes us to action, if this pushes us towards making a better Canada, then you know what? We've made something positive out of something that was very negative. So that's my call today. That's what I'm going to try to work towards. That's what I'm going to try to ask everyone else to work towards. And I think that we can be stronger through this.
Allahu Akbar.
Get to know a Muslim, because there's a lot of negativity out there, and I truly believe that Muslims and Islam are very misunderstood. Almost everybody that I know that knows a Muslim, that maybe has a Muslim family next to them, that has a Muslim friend, and that speaks to them, you realize that we're exactly the same. We're exactly the same, and we're all committed to the same. We're all committed to the same values, right? We have these values of loving for one another, loving for someone else what you love for yourself, of spreading goodness, of being in service to the community. And so what I found is that when someone gets to know a Muslim, everything else just melts away. So that's the biggest advice that I could give.